On Wednesday the 7th of February, as I was about to visit Wendy at the Charlton Grange care home, I received a phone call from the home to say that Wendy was suffering from severe breathing difficulties, had to be given oxygen, and was being sent to St Peter's Hospital, to the A&E department of St Peter's Hospital, Chertsey. I asked whether I should go there or to the home, and was told probably best to go to the hospital. After letting my son David and my daughter Celia know, I went to the hospital, to the A&E department of the hospital, and was told that the ambulance arrived, but that Wendy was about to be admitted, and I'd been told when this would happen. A little while later, David and Celia arrived at the hospital, and we went to see Wendy in one of the bays of the A&E department. A little while later, we were joined by Dr. Emma Wilkinson and a nursing colleague. At around 1:30, we were joined by Dr. Emma Wilkinson and a nursing colleague to discuss Wendy's condition. She was aware, Dr. Emma was aware from her discussions, from her conversations with the care home, of Wendy's dementia, and what my views were about resuscitation in the event of an emergency or serious deterioration in Wendy's condition. I told her that, after discussing with David and Celia, I told her that in view of Wendy's poor mental cognition, our prime aim was to relieve her of any physical or mental distress, and that treatment or medication should be almost exclusively directed towards this aim. In the meantime, Dr. Emma arranged for Wendy to have an X-ray and blood tests. Wendy was then transferred to another bay within the A&E section. We were informed that Wendy's condition was that she was unlikely to recover from her condition, which seemed to be pneumonia, which was causing her severe breathing difficulties, requiring her to be continuously supplied with oxygen through a mouthpiece and either a bottled supply or a main supply. A little later, Wendy was moved to a side room in May Ward in the Duchess of Kent wing of the hospital. It was a pleasant room with ensuite toilet and shower facilities, chairs and a bedside cabinet. Wendy was changed into a hospital robe, and the clothes which she had been wearing when she was transferred from the home had been put into a bag for us to take away. We were then seen by a palliative care nurse, into name, who explained that Wendy would be seen by other members of her team and the end-of-life consultant, Dr. Joseph, the following morning, Thursday. My principal concern at this time was not the quality of Wendy's care at the hospital, which up to now had been exemplary, but the prognosis for her condition. My main desire was to know, quite simply, what was the probability of different time frames for the duration of her present condition, and indeed death. The reasons which I, as a scientist and engineer, find difficult to understand, medical staff, clinicians, and palliative nurses seem unable or unwilling to provide this information, maybe because the difficulty non-technical relatives, members of the public, have in understanding this stochastic approach to the occurrence of events, and much prefer to a definitive or deterministic view, even if in the event this turns out to be wildly wrong. Dr. Joseph was very understanding of my dilemma, and without assigning any probabilities to possible outcomes, did give us a realistic range of probabilities, which sadly all ended in Wendy's death.